Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, Chip? What's going on, everybody out there in the On the Chain community? I'll tell you what's going on. Something interesting may be happening in the global financial system right now. And most people haven't even noticed it yet, which is kind of surprising. While the headlines focus on crypto prices and speculation, the real shift might just be happening right underneath the surface where, I don't know, people aren't really paying so much attention. I mean, some of you guys out there are. You guys know who you are over there. Ripple's expanding its global payment infrastructure. That's right. Institutions are gaining new access to digital assets through regulated products and networks like Flare. And we love that Flare. We love the development every day. It's amazing how many announcements those guys are having lately. The Flare over there are building programmable layers. Flare over there. They're building programmable layers around the XRP ecosystem, which all those XRP enthusiasts out there just love to see. At the same time, geopolitical tensions are rising and the traditional financial architecture is under pressure. So tonight, Chip, there's a simple question. Is the global financial system quietly rewiring around XRP?
I don't know if it's going, but let's see. When you step back, take a look at the bigger picture, a lot of these developments start connecting, always connecting the dots on the chain. And because what Ripple has really been building for years might actually be the kind of infrastructure the next financial system runs on. Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
IPM.
We're OOing. Guys, where are you coming in?
IPM and Hopium.
Jeff, Chip, what's up? XRP Army, Blue Ridge Crew. Let's go Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. That's what we were chatting
about. With a vengeance.
Brazil. Yeah. Yo, fellow Die Hard with a Vengeance fans.
That's right. Die Hard with a vengeance.
You folks are cool too. Oh, that's good. With a vengeance. Let's get into some news. A
lot of cool things.
The crypto ETFs. Changing out who can access the digital assets and XRP directly in the flow. So I'm going to play a video right now. This is on-chain economy from Grayscale.
Grayscale.
Loves
Grayscale.
It's Ray Hanna. She's the head of product and research over there, and she's explaining how the regulated products are opening the door to XRP at scale. She's going to kind of cover how ETFs lower the barrier to crypto exposure, how XRP's role in institutional digital assets portfolio, and what broader access means for the on-chain economy. And the infrastructure is built, products are live, doors are open. Let's see. XRP's battle-tested blockchain. Let's see what she has to say.
All right,
here this is none other than Rayhanna. Let's go.
This is a battle-tested blockchain. It's been around for a long time. The potential XRP ETF opens the door to entirely new groups of investors. This is just the beginning.
Got it.
Yeah, you got to love these ETFs, man. You really think they would affect some price, though, because they're still really strong compared to everything else that's going out there in the crypto world. The ETFs, of course, Grayscale has been around for a while, but it's incredible how incredible big it is. And I'll tell you what we'll do now is that was kind of the teaser reel, but let's look at the full size one here.
All right.
Let me go ahead and share this screen here. Let's share it, shall we? Here we go.
See what you got.
Here we go. It's a little bit more in depth here, but here's Rayhanna. Here we go.
ETF opens the door to entirely new groups of investors and is going to continue to drive forward the ecosystem.
That's it. It's over.
Hi, I'm Ray Sharif Ascari. I lead product and research at Grayscale. Grayscale is the world's largest crypto native asset manager. XRP is a battle-tested blockchain. It's been around for a long time. I think these assets have different kind of use cases and exposure that's right for different kinds of investors. That's why we created the Grayscale crypto sectors, which is a taxonomy that divides the crypto ecosystem into 6 sectors based on investable exposure and use case. XRP is an important part of the currency sector. We've been doing this a long time. We were the first to take Bitcoin and put it in a financial product. We were the first to challenge the incumbent regulatory infrastructure to bring crypto ETFs to market. So we have been engaging with regulators to help move forward this industry for a long time, and we plan to keep doing that. As investors wrap their head around Bitcoin, as they start thinking about smart contracts like Ethereum, they are starting to think beyond that, and they're thinking about how they diversify amongst the other 50% or so of the crypto market cap that's not Bitcoin. To me, the on-chain economy represents the growing set of applications, assets, and activity that operate natively on blockchains instead of in traditional infrastructure. Practically speaking, that means economic value that's recorded, transacted, and verified on blockchain networks. A potential XRP ETF opens the door to entirely new groups of investors. Now we have people asking how to allocate. We have crypto ETFs. We have a president on 60 Minutes talking about Bitcoin and crypto. This is just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. Like how she does that thing at the end where she talks and she goes up at the end and everything she says.
It's just the beginning. Just the beginning.
So I'm gonna look at this, Jeff. This is so funny because I check it out. My brother's got a new channel. I'm gonna bring him on here. He just started his own YouTube channel, and I don't know if you see that or not, but
I do.
was like, why are you broadcasting the same time as me? It's my younger bro. Tell me if you can hear what he's saying here.
Is he streaming right now?
You go and say the top.
Can you hear it at all or no?
Yeah.
The news stories. The top 7 are about the war, and I really don't want to get into politics.
He does
That's a
politics.
Try to keep it fun and light, and honestly, making fun of shit, making fun of entertainment news. You know, I got some of that. Same thing with the Oscars. I tried to do a lot of prep work for the Oscars, and all I really found was, in terms of news stories, is either
zero.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch that shit, but I'm going to report on it. And all I found reporting on it was
Exactly.
The dresses and the
Nobody
pot.
wants to watch it.
There you have it. Yeah,
Can't watch that shit.
He doesn't want to do a politics channel. He's got a channel called the News Bros. He's
The
like, all
News
right,
Bros.
finish yours early. Jump on my channel for a little bit. But I have to, guys. I'll drop the thing in there. Go ahead and follow him. My younger bro. He's been talking about doing a channel for ages.
Chad wants to know if anyone's seen you and Patrick in the same room.
We were just on 2 different channels at the same time. He's live right now, so let me here. I wanted to see if he's going to play because I made an open for him. I don't know if he plays it. Let's
See if you can play it.
I want to see if he has it here. No. I don't think he played it. I think he just maybe.
Okay, Mark was streaming some broccoli.
Oh, here it is. Okay,
Steaming.
okay, yeah, here it is. I like me some broccoli. Let's see. Let's do this here. Here we go. All right. There he is. Here it is right here.
There we go. Roll it. Can't hear it. No sound. No sound at all.
Hey. There you go.
I don't think there was any sound. I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
I cut up. No, I heard nothing.
Nobody heard it? Why'd you
No.
say something, dude?
I did, but I don't think you could hear me either.
It's blasted in my ear. That's why. I don't know. I shared it with sound and everything. I don't know. It's weird. You know, you got to do the shared thing with the image with the freaking tab. Did you at least see it?
Oh yeah, we got to watch it.
All right, let me see.
It's very cool.
Why,
I like the intro.
I don't know why it didn't. You know
I
why?
like the music.
All right, tell me if you hear it now. Let's see.
All right, let's go.
Tell me if you hear it.
Now it has audio.
Where's Doc?
You hear that?
There we go. Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
okay, let's see.
Doxy.
Let's see.
Bump up the volume.
Come on,
There you go.
News bros, hot takes, loud talk, celebrity scandal.
You hear it, Jeff?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we lost your camera.
But I don't know what happened. Hang on. There it is.
Here we go. It's the News Bros Show.
There you go. The News Bros Show. It's the News Bros Show. I don't know what happened to Jeff. Jeff was having problems earlier with his camera, his mic. That's how things go. Thank you, man. That's how it goes. Deepest apologies. We'll take it. Streaming some. There you go, bro. It's too funny. Let's talk about Brazil, Ripple, and Brazil. Let's go into this right here. Geez, Jeff, what's going on? He just rebooted. He's been having issues.
Can you see me?
I do.
I don't know why I'm getting all sluggish. Look, I'm stopped.
But you're kind of I don't know what's going on, man. Maybe it's your computer. Got any other tabs open?
Everything else, nothing. And I redid everything too. And we got to get rid of the cache.
I don't know.
My cache. I have too much cash.
You see, if you got cash, you see what it is? If you got too much cash, you can't have too much cash. Jeff. Cash.
Way too much.
I like the people that call it cachet. They're like, I have to clear my cachet. I'm like, oh, do you? Oh, fantastic. If you clear your cachet.
Yeah, clear my cash.
I clear my cachet. But look at this, Jeff. This is something, huh? Look at Ripple's going all in on Brazil. Payments, 100 billion in process, 60 plus markets live with Banco, Genio, Braza Bank, Nomad, Azify, more. Then you've got Ripple Custody, recently launched in Brazil with CRX. Treasury, decades of corporate treasury management expertise. RLUSD, 1.5 billion market cap with Mercado, Bitcoin, Foxbit, Ripio, and more. One provider, the complete financial stack. I used every bit of it.
I figured it out.
What was it?
So Chrome decided that it was going to put my setting to saver, to prefer energy saver mode.
Yeah,
which kills everything. Like why is it just adding settings? I disable like as many settings as possible.
I always have problems.
Chrome and StreamYard.
They're making it worse, Jeff. It's like it starts getting to be worse and worse. Now, you know what? I gotta tell you, Jeff, I'm about ready to go on a rant because this is really starting to piss me off. It's really starting to piss me off. Everybody completely lost track of how things work. Okay, look at this. Stu Alderati. Okay, here we go. I mean, this is really starting to piss me off. Stu says well, first of all, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Today, the commission issued an interpretation. Notice it's an interpretation. Sorry, but you don't make interpretations. Don't you remember Chevron was overturned June 24? Chevron rule, agencies can't make up shit. That was basically what the Supreme Court ruled on. But they said they issued an interpretation. Okay, well, please do cite the law that this is interpreted from, because I want to see that. Clarifies the application of federal security laws to crypto assets, because there's nothing in any laws that Congress has passed that definitively makes that, what do you call it, the distinction, right? I mean, there's nothing there. It's a major step to provide greater clarity. That's great, but you have nothing. This is Congress. And then Stu, as if he forgot about being a lawyer and an attorney and how the SEC works, says, we always knew XRP wasn't a security. Now the SEC's made it clear what it is. It's a digital commodity. Grateful for the crypto task force working to deliver the clarity that the market investors and innovators have long deserved. Do they not know that only Congress can do this? They were citing 33 and 34 security laws, the SEC, to go out and prosecute Ripple. The 1947 Howey test. Where does it mention? Explain where it mentions and what interpretation. Like, do you notice they don't cite exactly where that's from?
They never cite. They never make any type of clear distinction. You know, I think that's, a big issue. I don't think the SEC changes much. They've changed a little bit. They don't have someone at the helm that's trying to destroy crypto, but inefficiencies within government agency is still alive and well, apparently.
Stu's the next guest on the News Bros. I don't understand this, Jeff. It's driving me crazy. And those bankless guys that wear the giant fucking headphones. You got to get the biggest headphones you've ever seen with the tiniest heads you've ever seen. They're not really, they're normal heads. They're just got little tiny heads. And they wear these giant headphones and they're like They're like doing backflips about this. I'm like, dude, you're not great. Okay, so then the next, it's as good as until the next administration comes along. But they're sitting around enjoying this like it means something. It's just ridiculous. And here's what I wrote.
Yeah, it says until Congress acts, the SEC rules from the executive branch.
Look at this right here. That's a fun gesture, but only Congress can make the rules. Remember Chevron? Oh, God. We knew from the start Ripple was sued for absolutely nothing.
But they did know. I mean, that's why they fought it. They knew. They fought for it. They won. They knew it wasn't a security.
I don't know, man. I honestly think the world's getting dumber, Jeff. I really think they're starting to get dumber. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay. If it's an interpretation, please cite the actual law that Congress passed that you're responsible for enforcing, because I'd love to see that.
Is this any different from the Hinman and ETH opinion? They issued an opinion in and around the functionality and investment in.
Well, that was also before Chevron too, wasn't it?
That was before
the Chevron.
But that also had to do with the ICOs in the beginning.
Right, but that's because it was based on, and then he came back and said, no, he didn't issue it. No, he didn't say that. So, I mean, look what happened to XRP because a rumor said it was going to list on Coinbase. Look at this, Jeff. This is some sad news. Algorand Foundation. Today, the Algorand Foundation made a difficult decision to reduce our workforce by 25%. Decision was not taken lightly. Sure. The decision was not taken lightly. Okay, lawyer speak. And it's in response to uncertain global macro environments as well as the broader downturn in crypto markets.
Why don't they just say it was the broader downturn in crypto markets? There's no uncertainty in the global macro environment. It's the broader downturn in crypto markets.
Right. Blame it on everything first, and then throw that at the end. But you know what? The Kana came in and said Ripple X is hiring. So if you have a strong blockchain fundamentals, C++ expertise, please reach out. Ripple's on the hirings. Ripple's hiring while their chains are
projects that are in growth mode, that are building, that are advancing, but have a fund. Ripple's fortunate to have a massive fund nest egg that they're sitting on that to allow them to continue the development. Algorand just might not have that, and that's another part of it. They can't say, oh, by the way, we ran out of funding, we can't continue this anymore. But they're not shutting down 100%.
No, but they can't tell you the real reason.
Right? Yeah, they're never gonna because that'd be scary for the rest of everyone that's there at that point.
Jeff, I'm
not gonna mention it.
This is some of the best stuff I've seen in a long time. By the way, David Schwartz had reposted this and he said this is absolute genius. If anyone connected to this is ever in the San Francisco area, please let me know. I want to buy all of you a beer. But here it is right here, Jeff. Pay attention closely, but it's good. It's a parody of a song, and it features David Schwartz. Here we go. Surprise, right? He's surprised. Here we go. Now look at the painting right there. So you got the Judge Torres in the center. It's a painting of Judge Torres in the center. You got Gary Gensler on the left. Looks like Bill Hibb. I don't know who that is on the right. Then you got Brad standing up on top of the desk with one leg up, and Stu just like partying, like super excited, right? It's funny how it zooms in on a painting, but here we go.
25, Ashish running things now, keeping the big dream alive. You guys are buying companies, expanding global reach. But I'm still eating ramen noodles, practicing my speech. But when I buy a Lambo, I decode all your memes. You posted a moon, rock data, what the hell's it mean? This ain't a data, riddle, variable, now 1, 2, 3. Set your chingle all the way, and XRP is breaking free. I even got a tattoo of you with bread on my chest. I told my boss to fire me and said the coin is blessed. Attract bread. Calling houses dead to see who he will meet. Increase the ISO standards to the homeless on the street. Who think I'm crazy? Look at all the charts I drew and paid. I connected all the triangles, I'm feeling kind of fake. I'm begging for a signal, man, I'm in my space. So just blink twice if this switch is real. Sincerely yours, salute.
The lawsuit's closed, I'm wondering why I bought this bag at all. The escrow drops another billion, and the price begins to fall. And even when it pumps, it fades away. But your riddle's on my wall. It reminds me that utility will save us all.
Yo, mister, I'm too busy to flip the goddamn switch. This'll be the last time I ever fall for prices glitch. I took out 3 mortgages just to buy the dip. Now I'm sitting in the dark watching the market slip. I'm driving on the freeway, you broke my trust line. I put it all on honey facts, I'm crossing the rag line. I drank 6 cans of Monster, dare me to drive. I stole Chris Larson's Lambo just to keep the dream alive. Remember when you posted that picture of a pie? I calculated pie times dates and thought I touched the sky. You could've saved me, David, from this liquidation pain, but you just kept on coding on your so-called Friday saying it's 2026, the banks are supposed to use the coin. I did the research, I know the dots you guys are joined. I gave you all my trust, don't tear my life apart. Now I'm completely broken, now I'm bleeding from the heart. See, David, shut up, bitch, I'm trying to read the chart. Hey, David, that's my girlfriend screaming in the trunk. I tied her up because she called my heavy bags of junk. I didn't hurt her yet, but if the price doesn't move, we're driving off this bridge and crashing very soon. Wait, Gary Gensler just designed. Is the switch about to flip? Well, yada do. My liquid
It's closed, I'm wondering why I bought this bag at all. The escrow drops and
about it, his handle was salute. Damn.
Well, that was X-R, the king
That was
of
good.
the
I
XRP
like that.
memes.
That was really good.
That was a lot of work.
That was solid.
A lot
That
of
was solid.
work. That was a lot of work, man. I swear to you, that was a lot of work. Well, here's
Man.
another one from XR. This one's
That was
quite a bit shorter.
That
But
was
this
really
is
good.
XR thinking, what if there was a 589 bill? Look at this one.
I think there will be.
Look at that.
Oh my god! Oh, that's great.
It's fantastic. It's so great. It starts out as a $5 bill. It's got Abe Lincoln on it. He starts drawing on the face. It turns into Brad Garlinghouse. And it zooms out. It's
589.
589. Look at that.
You want to get the song? You guys know how to get it. You go to onthechain.io. Go sign up over there.
Yeah, go to
onthechain.io
and then
sign
sign
up.
up. You get it sent.
And then
to
when
you.
we send the email at the end, guess who gets it? That's right.
How awesome is that? It's
Pretty
very,
cool.
very good. It's good stuff, man. It's good genius. And David loved it. He
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh, it was great. It was a great one.
He absolutely loved it. And what's not to love? This story is another one. You know, you can do a lot of things, and like there's a lot of things going on in the UK right now. But I'll tell you something that you should have never.
Always got a go trip like that.
I'll tell you something you should never mess with, Jeff. This is it right here. Because if you mess with this, it's not good. It is not good at all.
As long as the Lord of the Rings. Sorry,
Look at this, Jeff. Look at this. Tell me if you can hear this.
that was long.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can't
Yep.
hate the UK any more than they already do. Energy Secretary Ed Miliband has come up with a genius suggestion to help hospitality reduce energy bills, and he's basically advising them to turn off their fridges overnight. Let me talk now to the landlord of the Dog of Wingham, Mark Bridgen. Mark, there are certain things you can suggest to the British public, but warm beer, my friend, is not one of them unless you are an absolute killjoy and you do not understand what is at the heart of British people.
Or unless you don't care, you don't give two shits about your people. Oh, that's Labour government. Okay.
Mark.
Got 99 problems with that's not one of them.
Couldn't put it better myself, Ben. This is about as offensive as it gets. Like, you know, I've been speaking to you and your colleagues on GB News for like 3 years now. We've talked about really, really important stuff: utility crisis, minimum wage, the NI, the business rates, and real issues. This is just the most offensive stuff I've heard out of this government.
It's the most offensive stuff I've heard.
Oh,
you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I mean, why? What are they talking? Are they just that detached from reality, Jeff? Do you think?
Yeah, don't worry about it. just don't use your refrigeration anymore.
I mean, what are they talking
That's how
about?
you're gonna save.
And what I love is
God, these people just
I
get
think my
dumber by
favorite
the day.
Rippler has to be Luke Judges
Dumber
because he
by the
puts
day.
out great stuff. But Luke Judges commented on this. He said, if you want to start a civil war in Britain, this would do it.
That would do it.
Do not mess with people's beer, dude. Do not mess
right.
with the freaking beer, man. I mean, this is the net zero secretary, right? This net zero BS. We're going to be net zero by the year, so better catch you. When you're a kid, remember you said,
refrigerator's running.
hello, is your refrigerator running? Yes, I think it is. You better catch it. Funny phone calls.
Oh, those are the great. Yeah, those
funny phone calls. You better catch it.
Cold beer.
D's here.
Violate Sharia. That's right. Jimmy D.
Unless you're drinking Foster's beer.
I had that cold.
Any beer. You know, if you take any beer and make it like so cold it's almost frozen, it tastes damn good.
Yeah. It's impeachment talk. They can do that.
Yeah, man. You can't mess with someone's beer, dude. That's like, I'm sorry. He's like, of all the things I've heard, this is the most offensive. Not moving in migrants, not them getting free housing and destroying the neighborhood. That was okay. We're okay with that. But
warmer beer. No.
We're not playing anymore.
It doesn't work.
No more playing. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not going to put up with this crap. As we segue over to politics. Over there on True Social, look at this. Read that.
For all the fake news out there, you just remember it's called the Save America Act, not the Save Act. Nobody knows what the Save Act is, but yet the Democrats want to keep talking about the Save Act.
They keep calling
We're not looking to save pennies. We're talking about the Save America Act, and that's it. Period.
Save America.
Period.
That's it.
Trump had a whole bunch of zingers today that we
yeah.
have to read off. There was one after another. We got a couple other good ones here.
Here you go. Take that.
This one's good. Remember, for all those absolute fools out there, Iran is considered by everyone to be the #1 state sponsor of terror. We're rapidly putting them out of business. It amazes me, Chip, how many people on social media and some of these ignorant media types will just keep saying that, somehow we're trying to excuse away the Ayatollah and the 47 years of sheer terror that was rained on their population. And somehow by some miracle, all of a sudden they're going to believe that government and that Islamofascist entity that all of a sudden, no, they're not developing nuclear weapons and no, they won't use them. And here as the animal is getting ready, is going down, they're launching whatever they have at all the neighbor states. They don't care, indiscriminate, so it's so crazy. It's so insane.
Tim D says, save America so our debtors don't go broke and woke.
That's right.
Touche. Well
That's
said.
exactly
well
right,
said. And then
what do you think of that right there, Chip?
One more thing. I mean, it's just what I'm surprised about that nobody knows about the 33,000 people that they killed that were protesting in the streets
within 2 weeks.
They shut the internet down. They slaughtered women. A lot of women died. Over 50% of the women were women. They just killed them, openly shot them and just killed them. Everyone's like, geez, why? They weren't hurting anybody. Like the stuff you hear in the news reports, and I even talked to somebody, they go like, I can't believe that the U.S. went in there. Well, really? Where have you been the last 47 years? You haven't been paying attention? And by the way, where do you think all the terrorism originates from?
All of it. Almost all of it was financed by Obama. I mean, by Iran. It's amazing, all these years. Now here we go. This is quintessential, right here. The Save America Act is one of the most important and consequential pieces of legislation in the history of Congress. And that should just be a full stop. And America itself. No more rigged elections, voter ID, proof of citizenship, no rigged mail-in voting. We're the only country in the world that allows this. No men and women's sports, no transgender mutilization of our children, 90% to 99% issues all. Only sick, demented, or deranged people in the House or Senate could vote against the Save America Act. If they do, each one of these points separately will be used against the user in his or her political campaign for office, a guaranteed loss. Get your senators, Republican or Democrat, to vote yes on the Save America Act. I will never, ever endorse anyone who votes against Save America. Thank you for the attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. And there you go.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, if we're supposed to be hearing some voter manipulation coming out of China, and so the Five Eyes, and if that comes out, he can write an executive order. But apparently, we're still getting word that they think it's going to be done in April. It's going to get passed. So I don't know what kind of concessions they're making to try to pass it. I don't see. Well, that's the crypto bill. That's the clarity bill. They're saying that's going to pass, but I don't know if the concessions are going. I don't see anybody budging on this. But you know, if you're from a state, if you're a Republican, a Democrat, pretending you're a Republican, and you're from Alaska, and Trump won by 21 points, but somehow you get elected, then we know the fraud is in, and you know, and even Fetterman, who every once in a while has to take one for the team, Fetterman saying, oh, I think everyone believes in showing an ID. But the argument that was given by Fetterman was, okay, but how are you going to stop mail-in ballots? Well, the mail-in ballots are worse. So you got people going in that shouldn't be voting. Then you get a shipment of 300,000 2 days after the election, and they're counting them. I'm sorry. No one's against absentee ballots. An absentee ballot is like, look, I'm going to be in, you know, I got to be in the UK, and I'm not going to be out of the States, or I'm going to be in Australia, and I'm going to go in and show my ID and show that I am who I say you are. You're going to mail me a ballot. I'm going to send it in. That's different than the mail-in ballots where you can just go print them. Supposedly, what's been alleged is that, like in Arizona, they detected that they didn't have the watermark on the paper. It was different printers. It was different paper. So basically illegal. They printed up ballots. They all, how about when they showed them all in Arizona and they all had the same writing? Thousands, same writing.
Oh, yeah. Same address for a lot of the registered voters. But then they also had the truck coming from New York to Pennsylvania. There's all these incidents of corruption. And we know the fact that all that stuff took place in Michigan, Detroit. And I know because my friend was right there, called me. He was there with their group. They went to watch to make sure the count was being done the right way. And he said, you're not going to believe this, but they're blocking us from going in to the, it was downtown, and they're putting pizza, and we saw it live on the news. He said they're putting pizza boxes up, and he goes, we're down here. They won't let us in. And even when they did, before they kicked him out of the room, they wouldn't even let him close. So there was no visual to what was
right. You couldn't get within 20 feet. And I mean,
it was such a crock of shit.
About the 3 counties in 2020 that had over 100% voting. In a normal election, you're lucky if you get 60% of people to show up that are eligible voters. You're lucky if you get 40 or 50%.
And they're getting 120%. 120% is pretty normal in most
Everyone's
places.
like, I guess there's nothing to see here.
No, you get 20% more
read
than
this one. This is
voters. This is solid. I'll tell you what, even go through and dissect this. If we could put in the opposing, the views that are out there, people that are critiquing President Trump that used to be MAGA. This guy used to support Bernie Sanders, if you can believe this. And when you start reading through his commentary, even he's shocked. He's like, I can't believe I used to support this nonsense and the stuff that he's saying. But people that are commenting on this stuff are so wrong. They're so naive. They're so misinformed. They're so uneducated. It boggles the mind on how they come up with their opinions. I mean, I guess people love Islamofascism, and I guess that's, hey, to each his own. But, to look at what's happening in Iran 2 weeks in to see what has been done is amazing to me, from just a military strategic perspective, what's been done over there. And, the Iranian people, they have an opportunity to take it back, and it's going to be amazing. So that's right.
I love
those. I haven't seen those. Trump pointing. It used to be Biden.
I've seen the Biden one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have an original idea, so they got to steal stuff. Oh, we'll do a Trump. It'll be funny.
Yeah. What is that? Oh,
by the way, we don't get any oil from Iraq, so these people jack. It's like when like when a hurricane comes, they say, the governor says you cannot, jack up the price. But what are the first thing they do? Oh, water. It's $8 for a bottle of water. It's $22 for a bottle of water. Nothing's changed. The same water's in there. I mean, but they always take advantage. Go ahead and take this one, Jeff.
Yeah,
Read this
so
one.
this one's good. So he says, so let me get this straight. The war with Iran, the regime, not the people, has been going on for 2 weeks now, just 2 weeks. In that time, the regime leadership has been completely decimated. Missile production has been destroyed. Missiles fired from the regime have dwindled, declining daily. Their navy obliterated. Their infrastructure of oppression is being bombed to hell. The forces on the ground now run away when they hear the sound of drones. This high pressure chipping away of a militarily sophisticated enemy is unprecedented in its speed, scope, and precision. It's almost unbelievable. But randos online, political commentators, even leaders who should know better, brainlessly say things like they're losing, they don't have a plan, America's now stuck in war, can't escape, this is Israel's war, this is illegal, this is a forever war. It's generally one of the most retarded moments I've ever lived through. It's like people have either shut off their brains or they're acting maliciously. I'm still figuring out which it is. Before our very eyes, we're seeing one of the most consequential moments of modern history. And it is, just hands down, to that point. We're witnessing the exorcism of a demonic Islamic regime that has brutalized the Iranians, destabilized the Middle East for years, an enemy that believes the world needs to be in chaos for their Mahdi to appear, lunatics that want to see the world subdued. A world without this threat is a better world for everyone. America and Israel will pull this off and reap all the rewards, while the brainless European leaders who did nothing will become even more irrelevant on the world stage. And I'll put that, for the same, those here in the U.S. that are enriching themselves off of this, the quote unquote, they used to be MAGA, but they're not. They're coming after MAGA. They're coming after Trump. They're not part of the conservative movement. I don't know what kind of insanity. They're doing it for their own pocketbook. They're making money off of it and enriching themselves off of taking this chaos and spreading misinformation and deception. But it's amazing to me, And so this guy again was a Bernie Sanders supporter originally, and he's come so far, and he sees it, right? He sees the writing on the wall. I don't know exactly what country or what state he's in. But it's amazing.
I don't know where
he might be here. He's somewhere in the, I don't know where in the US.
It's insane though. But I mean, this guy, like he kind of called it out too. Like, this is the funny thing. Do you remember all the propaganda from last year with the Ukraine war? Russia is running out of ammunition.
Jim, where is Jim getting his information? The war's not really going on as well as it's being told. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? How many people from the region are you talking to, other than reading it on YouTube?
Yeah,
or on X? Over there. I mean, it's this strategically. It can be won. It is being won, and that's it. I don't know why everyone's so negative on this. Hey, kids, come to a head. It's either sit back and keep kicking the can down the road until eventually they figure out how to arm themselves with nuclear weapons. They've been destabilizing. That's great. You're deeply studied. Go talk to people over in that region. You can study books as much as you want. Start learning from people from that region, and your perspective will shift dramatically. That's all I'm saying. Before you read it out of books, watch it on YouTube, read it off X, have conversations with people in the region, any of the countries, and then start realizing what a destabilizing factor Iran is. And it's the first time the entire region is finally at the point where they're like, they've had enough. And that's it. That's it. Yes, I'm not saying study until you have the same perspective. I'm saying go and talk to people in the region. And that's how you're going to get your perspective on it. That's it. Or go there.
It's all the propaganda out there. It's like, oh, it can't be war. It's 2 weeks in, and they're like the forever war. And then there's boots on the ground. You don't need boots on the ground. You got people. You have the Kurds are fighting on the ground. You don't need any boots on the ground. That's the part that kills me the most. Is like people are like boots on the ground. They're putting boots on the ground. They're not. And by the way, we've got drones now. We don't need to put boots on the ground. You just fly off the coast and go fly these really sophisticated. And if you remember, we saw the footage from the Ukraine. The Ukrainians were using it to hit the Russian soldiers. They don't need boots on the ground anymore. And we have weapons. People, when we talk about weapons, they don't even know what they are. How do you think we went into Venezuela? I mean, don't f with the armed forces of the United States. That's the bottom line. Do not even try. It's not even worth it. But it's so funny, Jeff. You mentioned the fake MAGA. I was MAGA, and meanwhile, you dig further in their thing. It's just Democrats. They're bots. They're whatever it would be. And it's funny because this is something you wouldn't normally think you'd see on CNN. But CNN did a MAGA poll, and very infrequently, I don't think I've ever seen that poll this high ever. Look at this.
Yeah, sometimes you look at the polling data, and there are numbers that just jump off the screen at you, and this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approve 100%. 100%. If you are a member of MAGA in the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. He is the 1972 Miami Dolphins.
He's the 1972 Miami Dolphins, undefeated. I mean, seeing that on CNN is crazy, Jeff. And what's happening as a result of this with the European so-called allies, right? They're not actual allies, but look at this. Mark Root from the listen what he has to say about this to the European leaders.
President Trump is doing good stuff. I will praise him. And I don't mind him publishing text messages. And if anyone thinks here, again, that the European Union or Europe as a whole can defend itself without the US, keep on dreaming. You can't. We can't. We need each other. And why do we need each other? I tell you. First of all, because also the US needs NATO. And the US is not only in NATO to prevent a mistake after the First World War, not to re-engage with Europe. And then again, the long arm of history reaching out to the US again in the Second World War, as Churchill famously said in his speech in 1941 in the US Congress. They are also in NATO because for the US to stay safe, and by the way, Arctic region is evidence here, they need a secure Arctic, they need a secure Euro-Atlantic, and they also need to secure Europe. So the US has every interest in NATO as much as Canada and the European NATO allies. But for Europe, if you really want to go it alone, and those of you who are planning for that, forget that you can ever get there with 5%. It will be 10%. You have to build up your own nuclear capability. That costs billions and billions of euros. You will lose then, in that scenario, you would lose the ultimate guarantor of our freedom, which is the US nuclear umbrella. Good luck.
And they're all looking at him like a bunch of retarded left. This is why leftism it's like eat your brain. It's like these people are the dumbest people ever. They're all sitting there like this, stoic. I wonder what he's talking about. I think he's talking about our country.
Right. I like these comments. NATO.
Jim might be talking about this though. Trump says we need help in the Straits of Hormuz, right? We need help. So what does he do? He baits 3 countries that aren't showing up. Who are those countries? China, France, and Japan. Send you guys depend on the oil from this region. Send ships. Now he knows they're not going to send them, but he's baiting them. He's testing them. Now other people are like, "Why isn't he asking the European?" I got this the other day. I had to attempt to talk to somebody on the left. I can't believe he's asking these other countries because they're in trouble. The U.S. is losing. They can't open the Straits of Hormuz. I'm like, dumbass, he's baiting these countries. That's what he does. He's going to bait them and embarrass the shit out of them. Wait. You said you wanted to help. You said you were interested in the oil. Oh, I'm sorry. And guess what? And guess who the first want to hear this, want to see the white flag surrender? Here it is, Macron right here.
Of course
we are not a party to the conflict, and therefore France will never take part in operations to reopen or liberate the Strait of Hormuz in the current context.
This is about the only thing France has been good at for 400 years is waving that white flag. Just Google French victories and you'll see a giant white flag. I mean, if you want to see a more useless nation, you got a guy who married his teacher who's a man. I mean, this is out of control, man. This is insane. His wife is 28 years older than him. She was messing around with him when he was in grade school. It's so awkward, man, this stuff. I don't know.
It's very awkward. But NATO, to that point, we've been financially supporting NATO for the greatest extent. We've been supporting the United Nations for the greatest, for the most part. At some point, you have to say, hey, what's going on in the region? All these pieces that were being moved around, it's so amazing, because as people are so hyper focused on one thing, look at how China is now struggling from a resource perspective. They relied heavily on oil from Iran, and now they have a definite issue. Venezuela not sending oil. Look with Cuba too. Cuba's being strangled on oil.
Yeah.
These different regions. No one's even thinking about North Korea right now. I don't know what's going to happen with North Korea, but you start taking down some of these big players. North Korea's not saying someone needs to invade them, but that's got to end as well. We got to get rid of these types of totalitarian regimes. They just destabilize regions, but Cuba is on notice, and it's amazing because this happened in such a fast period of time, and there's so many pieces that are in play right now. I don't understand. People just don't see all these other pieces that are moving around the board while they're all focused on one thing.
Cuba announced perestroika, which means they're so hurting financially that they've opened it up and said anybody who's in exile, anybody who's former Cuban can come back, can come into the country, can now have their businesses back, can buy businesses. This is how strapped they are, and that's why they're communicating with the U.S. They saw what happened in Venezuela, and they don't have an army, so they can go in and grab them tomorrow night. You just got to set up a government. But you saw that the lieutenant governor of Venezuela is not cooperating. Anything we want, yep, because they know what's going to happen. They can. This is, and Iran was given so many opportunities, and they had all of those weapons pointed. And then you had that guy we talked about in New Jersey that he was hired by Iran to take out the president. They tried to kill him twice. Oh, it's not national security. I don't know why we're going in there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why we're going in there. The biggest sponsor of state terror. Then all of a sudden, on 3 days in a row, we had nothing but shootings and killings over here. From where? More terrorism from Iran. Okay, so like people pretending like they don't know. You know what else is great? I love this story too, Jeff. The UN is running out of money. You want to know why? Because the US funds most of it. And the other members, the members are not paying.
The Secretary General has, as you know, repeatedly made clear the problem both of non-payment of dues by member states and the related problem of the UN being forced to repay member states for budget expenses that it does not budget money that it does not spend. So those two factors have put us on an unsustainable trajectory. Although more than 150 member states paid their dues last year, we ended 2025 with a record $1.56 billion in outstanding dues, which is more than double that of the previous year. So unless either the payments come in or we're not compelled to spend to return the monies that we are not able to spend because we didn't receive the budget. Unless one of those two things happen, we face a real danger of running out.
Best thing that happened. Out of money. Love the UN, and they could put up some beautiful hotels over there. That's probably the best thing they could do. Put up some kind of a.
That'd be really nice. I like that.
Yeah. It's just crazy. Is that a chick? We're really having a tough time getting there. I'm like, why are you returning money? I mean, this is the greatest thing. Is like, why are you returning money to the so-called states? So Governor Pritzker, big boy over here, is like, he was talking about Project 2029. If the Democrats get in, this is what he thinks, what he wants to happen.
What does a Project 2029 agenda look like for you?
I don't think you can speak of it in shorthand, but I'll just say a couple of things that I think are absolutely necessary. One is we've got to restore the rule of law, and that means holding people accountable who've broken the law. I'm talking about in this administration. When we get a new one, the people in this administration who've broken the law,
what law,
and federal agents who've broken the law need to be held accountable.
And that
These
means
guys just
criminally
make shit
prosecuted.
up. They just say
criminally
whatever they
prosecuted, civilly prosecuted, whatever it is that we can do, right? It may be that you can't criminally prosecute somebody, but that you can go after them civilly.
He's saying he even says at the end that you even if you can't, which he knows you can because they didn't break any laws.
It may be that you can't criminally prosecute somebody, but that you can go after them civilly.
But you can't.
What is a
You can file a
Project
lawsuit.
2029
The guy's such a lying piece of garbage.
Well,
the way he manipulates, people that don't know. They're like, oh, well, they can go after them civilly. That means they did something wrong. No, these guys are just gonna load up the lawsuits and come after them civilly, regardless if they did completely innocent. They're coming after them. That's what they're saying.
That's exactly what
It's such a just round these people up and just ship them somewhere else in the world.
Yeah. So here's a girl who has finally had it, Jeff, and she's going to tell us why with the Democrat Party. Listen to this.
Tim Walton's go to jail for sure.
I'm officially coming out as a Republican. The left has truly swayed me over to the right. And I think they're proud of it too, because all of this stupid controversy going on because of a comment that I made on a TikTok video. The left mob is absolutely losing its mind.
Yes.
And I used to be on the left.
Yeah.
I used to be gung-ho LGBT. I was an activist for the LGBT people before
paid activists.
Gays even had a legal right to marry. I was going out and I was a Glenson representative in my school district. But at this point, I don't want to be associated with the LGBT either, despite even being gay, because I can't stand.
This is the best. Somebody who's gay, who is an LGBT, that doesn't want nothing to do with LGBT, so want anything to do with the Democrat Party, because she put a TikTok video and they came after her. They could just disagree with her, but they called her all kinds of stuff on her TikTok video and stuff. And she's like, imagine this girl's had it. She's done.
And y'all anymore. Like, I make one comment about a grieving mother who was very respectful about how they were referring to their trans child, by the way. They were referring to them as both Michael and Lexi. And in the comments of people that actually knew her child, were referring to her child as Michael. And she was shit on in the comments for referring to her child as her son. Because the left, the trans mob, will never accept that. They can't let a woman who is taking responsibility for not being a present enough mother, for not loving her child enough, for who is trying to be a better person and being vulnerable in her grief journey, it's still not good enough. So they have to shit all over her and kick someone when they're down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the righteous thing to do if you're part of the trans mob, insane, liberal left. So I make a comment just basically supporting the mom, saying, you have every right to refer to your child as your son. Apparently that's the worst thing you could ever possibly do as a human being, because I have people coming onto my page, screenshotting my TikToks to shit on my appearance and put it in the comments there. Meanwhile, they look identical to me. They're just white liberal women just flooding the TikTok. That they look like me, like basic white girls. But they're going to shit on my appearance because I said one thing that they disagreed with.
So crazy.
It's like, tell me you're mentally ill without telling me you're mentally ill. Like, they're advertising it online.
Of course they are.
And then just the bullying. Like, coming to my page when you don't know me, because I made a comment on someone's TikTok that you don't know them either. Coming to my page to find videos of me grieving my dead mom, for you to go, talk about him and just misgendering my mom to try to offend me. Like, I don't get offended by pronouns and little tiny words like she, her, he, it, they, like you do. And the fact that you would even go to my page to shit on my dead mom, hello? Is this you trying to convince me to get to your side on the left, to be pro-trans? I was never anti-trans. And anyone that knows me knows this. I've never been shitty to any of the trans people
Doesn't matter. You cross the line, and you're going to pay dearly for it. But it's like,
yeah, that's how it works.
You know, I
They
saw a
come
video
after you.
today, Jeff, that I just like. I really like. I had to take a step back. And I had to say to myself, "Is this real?" Like I was like, "Is this AI?" Like I couldn't. I'm like, it can't be real. It's too weird to be real. Like it can't. I was thinking to myself, it cannot be real. But I was like, it's hard to tell anymore. I mean, there's such weird stuff going on. It's like it's possible to know if it's real. Then I started thinking, well, maybe it is real, but then I'm not sure. But you know, who knows anymore?
They wake up when they finally wake up. Like Mark says, his friend still has a Trump 2016 sticker on his cars because Dems still haven't accepted the results of the election.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, they
are starting to jump ship.
And it's not to make fun of these people, but it's just like when they start talking and what they're talking about, and then their appearance, and I was just like, what? I was like, I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe it's AI. I mean, it doesn't seem to be AI, but who knows? Look, I'll play a bit of it, Jeff, and it's so weird. I don't know.
What's that? What are you talking about?
These two girls. I'm going to talk about some video. These two girls. I don't know if it's AI or if it's real, but
maybe it's AI.
Listen to this.
I'm Jessie Bunny. I'm 24 years old.
I'm Vienna. I'm 25 years old.
And we're gonna have a baby really soon. We're a couple since almost 8 years already, so it's like a youth laugh, I would say. That's our nursery. Please ignore the pole dance pole. I was 17 when we met, so there was not a lot of dating before.
Jessie's my first girlfriend and hope to last.
Aww. We met without we both have been flat. Vienna was not transitioned to this time, and I had a double A cup. He's baby number 1.
I figured out during COVID that I am trans.
One day Vienna said like, hey, she's not feeling happy. And then she came out as trans, and then everything went really quick. Within half a year, you've been a completely new person.
I don't know, Jeff. I really don't know anymore. I'm like,
I don't know what that is.
I don't
It's
even
too
know.
much. It's too much. These people are mentally ill.
It cannot be real, right?
If it is real, they're definitely these guys. They shouldn't be interviewing them.
I mean, there's something
They
wrong.
need
right?
help.
I mean, it just seems like it's just something so bizarro, man. I don't know. Rupert Lowe, who has restored Britain, just say dinner. Well, I'm sorry about that. Look at Rupert Lowe. Is that his name? Lowe? Rupert. Anyway,
We've become the Jerry Springer show. That's
hell
right.
yeah, we have been. I just see this stuff and I'm like, what is it? But there is a chance that there is a shot for Britain. Maybe I was inspired by this video.
But I can assure people, I know they want change. I know we've got to do it by 29. And my intention is to try and give people the best opportunity to vote for something fresh, something that is outside the establishment, which is what reform used to be.
I mean, come on, Jeff. I had a cute little squirrel in it. How can this not be a great, inspiring video? Anytime you see a squirrel, that's fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, a little squirrel.
Outside the establishment, which is what reform used to be. There is simply no other way. This is the only choice. That is why today I am launching Restore Britain as a national political party. The first priority is to control who comes to our country, and more importantly, who stays in our country. Restore Britain will not just stop mass immigration, we will reverse it.
By the way, do you recognize the song in the background, Jeff?
No.
It's the Final Countdown.
Oh, it's
Final Countdown.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
Yeah, listen.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. We need a epic comeback.
Restore Britain will make our communities safe again for women and children. If that means millions go, then millions go. To the young white men who feel ignored and insulted, I want to speak directly to you. You are not the problem. The system is the problem. The cancer of DEI, along with the Blairite legacy, must be eradicated.
we have advanced the discourse on what that word, Britain, actually means. Not an idea or an administrative identity, not a piece of paper, but a people. We are the bearers of the greatest civilization this world has ever known.
I make no apologies for saying this. Millions must go.
Gee, that sounds an awful lot like Trump, doesn't it, Jeff? I'm just saying, I mean.
Sarah John is saying that peasant guy is the essence of the once Great Britain. Hope they'll trash the system. Elon will help. I think he's there to financially support it.
He said he absolutely will, so.
Something's got to be done. They're at a point in history.
Got to give, Jeff.
Something's got to get. They got to change. Whatever direction they're going down is definitely not the right direction.
This is what I love, Jeff.
It's a disaster.
I've never would have imagined that government accounts would put this stuff out. Homeland Security official account said, let's get you home. Take advantage of the historic CBP home deal that we're offering to illegal aliens. A $2,600 exit bonus and a free flight. So they did these. They did look at the end of this series of travel posters.
Let's
fly to Somalia.
You want to go?
Fly home to Pakistan. Fly to Honduras for free. God, you got to just love that, Jeff. It really is fantastic.
Man, oh man.
It really is fantastic. And to some of the Babylon Bee here, look at this right here. Kim Jong-un wins over populists with his charisma, experience, and ability to shoot you in the face if you don't vote for him.
Pyongyang.
Ching in the face. It's St. Patrick's Day, and it turns out that the ghost of St. Patrick returns to drive Rosie O'Donnell out of Ireland.
Is she in Ireland? Or I thought they kicked her out already.
I don't think they did. And in Republican news, the Republicans announced a plan to keep doing the opposite of what everyone voted for them to do. Because they're feckless loser jerks. And that Thune needs his head smashed in. Someone needs to punch him right in the face. Come on, Thune. You got to do it. You got to do it, man. Thune.
Guys do everything possible. Oh yeah. I just once said Rubio took her U.S. citizenship.
He did.
When she left. For good.
With the Schumer shouting Jim Crow 2.0. Jim Crow 2.0 while being escorted out of Costco for not having a membership card.
That's funny.
Go, dude.
Oh my God.
Now they're joking that the new Ayatollah is gay.
No, put that one up there.
Cardboard cutout. This is Ayatollah disappointed to learn the 72 virgins awaiting him in paradise are all women.
Right. Oh my God.
Oh, waiting. That's so funny. The New York Times retracts the story due to several accuracies. And in Oscar news, Sinners wins Oscar for the crappiest movie to win an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, did you see the DEI requirements, all the things you have to have in the movie? Some people went back to classic movies like The Godfather that won the Oscar and said the Godfather wouldn't have qualified for Best Picture with this new set of rules. So it's just getting ridiculous.
It's insane.
Slimes. That's
right. The art stand for itself.
100%. And
or don't make it. We really probably don't need it anymore. I didn't even know any of the movies. Did you? Who watches movies anymore?
I don't know.
Or do you even see a movie?
I just watch whatever's on. I thought this was funny, Jeff. And we haven't talked about football news, American football, but look at this. Breaking: the new millionaire tax on anyone making over $1 million in the state of Washington will cause players to not want to sign with the team. Seahawks general manager John Schneider said the tax would impose an additional 10% tax on earnings over $1 million a year.
An additional 10%.
So when they tax your first $1 million, but you get an extra 10%. So if you have a $10 million contract, you basically lose $1 million.
Right
You're
off
done.
the bat.
You're screwed. $11 million, $20 million contract, you lose $2 million. I'm like, just the taxes. And when they played the Super Bowl, when they went out there, they're having it in California next year. The stipend that they give you to go play in that game costs you more to go play in that game than you actually make. So it's a ridiculous sort of a
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Anyway, guys, we gotta get out of here.
I'll
see you guys on the next
Saturday.
One day only on Saturday. Sunday. That's all we have, guys. We'll see you soon.
Washington flight.
And Jeff.
What? Out. We're gone. So Washington flight.
Didn't work. Ready?
Try it again.
Should we, Jeff?
Let's go.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.